Hey everyone, James Rath here. This week I'm going to be doing a Q&A video. It's my first one ever. I kind of held off on doing this for some time now. The topic this week is questions regarding my blindness. We have some questions and I'm going to answer these questions. I asked you guys on my last video in the comment section, and also I made a little tweet about it last week and asked you guys to send me some questions, so that's what we're going to be doing. I picked out a few of these. I don't think I'm not going to answer all of them because probably some of them I already answered. And to help me with reading some of these questions, because I ain't reading them, Siri's going to read them for me. Alright, Rumen, I hope I'm saying your name right. Pretty sure I am. If not, correct me.
Roman Sheik asks, "Hi, I had a question regarding your academics. If you had taken science classes, how'd you manage in labs? And please make a video on your school and college life."
My academic strength was not very good, to be honest. I kind of made a video about my school and academic life in a video that I did with Beauty Chicky. If you haven't seen that yet, link will be down below or in a card. Science specifically, science was the one that I kind of struggled with, to be honest. Some science classes I did well in, some I just didn't do well in. I think the ones I really didn't do well in were the ones that I had to actually like physically see something or do something. There's like biology, or took marine biology, and I didn't do terrible in that. I liked that, actually. Science wasn't too difficult. It was just mainly the experiments, visually trying to see those. That was difficult. How did I accommodate that? Really didn't, to be honest. Really, I guess like magnifiers in school at the time. When you did labs, you had a lab partner all the time, so if you were my lab partner, I'm sorry, you probably did a lot of the work. My apologies. Good question though. Maybe in the future I'll make a video further about like my personal education and everything like that. I've kind of talked a little bit about it, but if you have any specific questions or want to know something specific about it, leave a comment down below, and maybe I'll do a video on that as a whole topic without doing a collab or anything. But this next question comes from Twitter, from my friend Rikki Pointer.
Rikki Pointer asks, @James Rath, like, how do blind folks wipe their booties? !1! Can they pee? Can they smell? Are they alive? Okay, I'm done. Back to normal.
Well, Rikki, that is a wonderful question. That is a great question. One that I don't know where to begin. Well, you see, I still have the use of my hands. Not that I wipe bare. Okay. As someone who did answer this question, Tommy Edison, check out his video on that. I'll link it down in the description below. He answers questions that sighted people have about how blind people do things, and that happened to be one of the questions that he finally tackled at some point. How do blind people pee? Well, with luck. How do they smell? Well, you see, we don't. I told you, Rikki, my eyes are broken. I can't smell a thing. Are blind people alive? Well, you see, Rikki, yes. The majority of blind people are alive. But personally, I'm not. I'm dead inside. Okay, that's enough of you, Rikki. Goodbye. Let's take another question from YouTube. This question is from Zen Mama.
Zen Mama asks, question 1. How has your learning style evolved over the years as your vision has changed? Okay, so Zen Mama, you have 3 questions, so we'll just answer all 3, why not? My learning style has always kind of been visual, to be honest, like visual and hands-on, and to achieve that, because I have a lack of vision, I need things to be blown up big, and just sort of a heads up, my vision really hasn't changed naturally during the duration of my life, but my vision did change for a little bit in middle school, when I did have this experimental surgery and I was no longer considered legally blind for about 3 years. I want to say like it was like 2.5 to 3 years. During that time, I was more active. I was playing sports, doing team sports at that, also independent sports, which was fun, like tennis and stuff like that. I was able to do stuff like that. Stuff like that. Why I keep saying stuff like that? So during that period, I was able to study more. My mental health wasn't in the best state back then, as you might know my backstory. It was during that period. I was still sort of recovering mentally from stuff that had happened a year prior, 2 years prior. Learning style, I was able to sort of see stuff from the middle of the classroom instead of the front.
Even in the front row with my vision how it is now, I still can't really see the board unless it's big, like super big. Question number 2.
Question 2. If you could alter or remove one of your ocular disorders, which would it be and why?
Okay, so if you don't already know, I have ocular albinism, which is a lack of pigment, which kind of causes some blurry vision, also makes me white, very, very white. It also makes my hair very blonde. My hair used to actually be a lot blonder when I was a child, very, very blonde. I was an albino kid. I am still sort of albino. I think my skin has developed a little bit of pigment, but not much at all. And then I have nystagmus, which is the eyes, involuntarily moving back and forth constantly, making my already blurry vision from the albinism even a little bit blurrier, making things kind of sway out of focus constantly and cause a sort of vertigo effect. If you want to know what that looks like in a first-person view, check out my short film, 20 Years of Continuous Vertigo. Okay, so if I could remove any of them, that's hard to say. I mean, the problem with that, I don't know. I mean, there's no cure for either. You gotta love when you're filming and you run out of space on your camera's hard drive. It's 240 gigs, and I still somehow just managed not to delete stuff. Well, back at it.
Question 3. In what ways do you hope technology will evolve to allow you to further accommodate yourself?
Great question. Technology is awesome. It's really helped me see a lot of my life, and I am very interested in self-driving cars. Those are cool. I'm not necessarily worried about the technology. I just hope technology is good enough and it's smarter than humans driving, because let's be honest, humans aren't very good drivers. They're terrible drivers, and I think technology could be better than you humans at driving. Even with 20/20 vision, you guys still kind of suck. But my biggest concern is going to come down to laws and regulations. Who can be behind the wheel in these self-driving cars? Because that's what I'm kind of worried about, you know? It'd be great if, you know, a blind and visually impaired person can just rely on the car 100% to get them to their destination, find them a parking spot. It'd be great if, like, you didn't need a sighted person to be in the car to monitor. I'll try and be optimistic, but it's just hard sometimes because you know the government's going to try and get involved. My last question is from Twitter, from my friend Eddie.
Eddie asks, @JamesRath, you've mentioned getting boosted boards. How well do you foresee oncoming objects or subjects being legally impaired?
For those who don't know what a boosted board is, it's an electric skateboard. It's like a long board and allows you to have a remote, and you just kind of go up hills. You don't have to sort of pedal with your foot or you know, do any of that nonsense. You just get on and you go. Cool concept, right? I actually had an electric skateboard back in the day, probably middle school. It was homemade from a friend of my uncle's, and so that's how we got it, and it was neat. I loved it. Yeah, so when I'm riding skateboards, I rely on my hearing, if anything, for traffic, and there's always the hazards of slabs and stuff on the sidewalks and roads, like potholes and pebbles, but yeah, really what I come to rely on is hearing, and whatever little sight I have, it's obviously going out of whack with the nystagmus and just going at a faster speed. It's kind of hard to rely on it, but at least some things are able to be made out. It's just a matter of, can I react in time? So it's important to wear a helmet. Always wear a helmet. I've never had any like bad injuries or accidents while riding skateboards my whole life. Nothing too bad. You know, a few times where I had to like run off into the grass, but again, I'm from the suburbs where I'm not in a city, so that's going to be a new environment for me, skateboarding in the city. But yeah, boosted boards are fun. I've ridden them on Venice Beach. There, you know, I just went slow, you know. And what's great is I've heard you can monitor your speed. You can also put a cap at your speed, even though they can go like 20 miles per hour, 21 miles or 25, I don't know. They go fast, but you can cap that. If you're interested in getting a boosted board, they're a lot of fun. YouTubers like Casey Neistat and Jesse Wellens ride them all the time in their videos, and I've ridden them as well. They're fun, and version 2 is coming out, which is actually water resistant. You can go through puddles. You can even go faster. Always just wear a helmet and get pads. If you want to pre-order them though, use my link down below. You can save $100. Saving money's awesome. How many pennies? That's 10,000 pennies. You get 10,000 pennies. You save 10,000 pennies. So that's about it for all the questions. I do have 2 other quick announcements. I was a part of the show/podcast called AXSChat. It was a lot of fun to do. It's on AXSChat's YouTube channel. You guys should check that out. I'll have a link down below and a card possibly up there, so you can click on that on mobile or whatever. Basically, we talked about Hollywood representation of disabilities and blind in media and how we can go about getting accurate representation and how you should do that. We also talked about gaming industry, because that's something that, you know, I game quite a bit, but not every game is accessible to me, and I'll make a video about that sooner or later. I do have one planned out, written. Lastly, I'm going to be at VidCon speaking on a panel about disabilities on YouTube with fellow panelists LoloSittingPretty, Molly Burke, Tommy Edison. It's also going to be moderated by my friend Alexandria Taylor, so make sure you check out all their channels. Links will be down below. We're going to have some fun discussions, and my friend Rikki Pointer and JD are also going to be on another panel. Check that out. Thank you guys for watching this video. I will see you soon with